is please everyone go to the classroom, turn on your cameras and wave to each other because it's time to greet each other. Yay. The other thing I want to note is that we're going to do some review of the stuff we did last time, uh, and and then we're going to move on into the new stuff. But we're going to do a quick warm up, and our quick warm up is also going to be a review, and then we're going to head on just into the great unknown. So the first warm up game that we're going to do is word association, and it's that game wherein I say a word, hippopotamus,
Tooth.
explosion,
Bomb.
bong,
Gong.
and that's the game. So the things to know about that game are to play it fast and loose, standing, viscerally, quickly, loudly, and with lots of panache. Go to the breakout rooms. Bong! I will give you a little bit of time to come back, but only a little bit of time. It's like a cartoon. Okay, the next game is called Five Things. It's when I say to Zachary, hey, Zachary, give me five things that you could use to break a window.
A stone. A brick. A baseball bat. A golf club. My head.
Yep. And the secrets there are if you run out of things, say things you can't use, like a feather duster or a dog. Or maybe also things that you shouldn't use are good places to go that you can say. And then lastly, you can just say sounds. Brarg, and once again, go fast, be visceral, loud, and crazy. Breakout rooms. Bong! Welcome back. We're just going fast and loose with these. This next one is gift giving. And the way we do gift giving is I grab a thing very specifically and I hand it to Zachary.
Thanks for the milk carton.
Zachary says what it is, and I say why I gave him a milk carton. I know you've been having weak bones. And then I say why I gave him that gift, and that's the game. And then he would give one back to me, and you just take turns trading places, okay? The big things to note there are to make it fun. Get big things, get small things, get impossible things, get, just make it fun. Find ways to surprise and delight yourself and your scene partner. Breakout rooms. Bong! Come on back. Na. I'm your teacher guy. So this next one is Peppy Prince. So the way it works is I'll say, Zachary, give me a eccentric bowler.
All right. This ball was handcrafted from cherry wood. It's terrible.
Yep, that's it. And then you just say a thing with a way and change your body, right? And then we will take turns asking for things and giving them to each other and laughing about it. The main notes for that are to allow your voice to be the adjective. So eccentric was, I'm that was what Zachary used. And then use your body to describe what you are. And then who cares what you say? What you say almost never matters in improv. It's all about how you do it, which means in your body and your voice. Breakout rooms. Bong! We're going fast and loose here. So this next one is peas in a pod. And the way that works is I'll do a character by changing my body and my voice. And I'll say, oh, good to see you, Jefferson.
Oh, good to see you, Thompson. What a
Yep. And that's the game. And then Zachary would start and doing back to me, and we just imitate the characters. And you want to keep going, but you have to have vigilance and interrupt yourself because we're not there yet. That's coming later today. So the things to note for this are one, almost no one is big enough with their voice or body. In my opinion, almost no one. You can always do it bigger, and big could be big, and big could also be like tight and with precision. Or with intensity. Energy is the key to this. And energy can be big and energy can be contained like a diamond or a bomb. So we want to do that. And then for bonus points, make it precise. Do exactly what they did as closely as possible. And then the last thing is to do it is to get that body aligned as quickly as possible. So the moment they start doing this, do it too. That way we can get right caught up and you will listen with your filter, which is the way you did it in your body. And you'll find that you think of things that are more like what this guy would think of and not yourself. Cool? You got this. We're going fast and hard. Breakout rooms. Bong! All right, come on back. You've done this a long time. You can do it fast. So we have now just done Peas in a Pod, which is perfect practice for this next one, which is similar, but is called I Know What's Going On. And the way it works is I will do something weird, like just really weird, and Zachary will just say the words, I know what's going on, and then give me a motivation of why I'm doing what I'm doing. Something I want, something I am feeling, okay? Or something that is going on in the environment that explains why I'm being this weird. So he'll just say, I know what's going on, literally those words, and then blah, 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 fill in the blank, okay? So here's my weird thing. Meow. I am here to take your spuds.
I know what's going on. The sky potato thieves have come upon us. The day of reckoning is at hand.
Yes, the day of reckoning is at hand. Yep, and that's it. Uh, yep, and like, kind of, I explained it enough in some ways, right? Like, I just said what I was here to do, which I shouldn't have done, but you know, whatever. Who cares? It's fun. I was trying to be weird. Zachary, your turn.
Uh, bleep, bloop, bleep, bloop.
I know what's going on. You're trying to make me uncomfortable with, because you know I'm afraid of robots. And that's it. So you just take turns doing that, and there's nothing more to that. So breakout rooms, please. Bong. All right, come on back. You have just a few moments to come on back. Da, 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 da. All right, so you have now had one chance of doing this, and if you're like me, you probably experienced the feeling of, wow, it's hard to do weird stuff. So please Do us a favor and be weirder. Move your body, do a crazy voice, say things that do not make sense. Haga biga daga da, biggy 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 beak, are all highly suggested. Breakout rooms. Bong! You have just a couple more moments. You have already thanked your partner. A quick reminder that it is very good to be benevolent whenever you can. Show them that you're happy to work with them. Look forward to playing with them next time. If you can even just laughingly repeat a line that they said, yes, it's evil to intentionally do it, but yes, it's still effective. They will be glad that you said what you liked that they did, because the specificity is hard to lie about. Great. So, third time, you got one more of these. This time, I would like you to, let me check my notes. This time, I would like you to be weird too. So, if they're weird, maybe be similarly weird, but still give them a definition. Okay? We're just going for bonus points here. So if they go, just go, oh, I know what's going on. We're in bubbles and we're going for Tommy's head. Whatever it is. Boop. Okay. Be weird too. Breakout rooms. Bong! Welcome back. That's a fun set of weirdness. And now I would say that we have all the skills that we need to actually get the scene up and running. If someone else does something weird, you know how to be weird too. If someone else does something you can't explain, you know how to explain it and give them motivation. And from here, what we now need is to be able to begin to sustain the scene, right? We've like taken off the plane, but then it's just like, how do we fly it? So now we need to fly this plane. And this is just one recipe for a scene. There's lots of ways to play. This is one recipe, and it's called building a platform. Okay, and this is like the kind of world that we're in before the action begins. And the way we do that is the keyword I know, which is not I know what's going on. It's different, I promise. And it's just I know. Okay? So we can start in any which way. Let's say if we would start with peas in a pod, because that's just fun and it lends really easily to beginning. And then we will both say the words I know from there on out to begin our line and just fill in the blank. I know, and then say more stuff. Just leave it vague, more stuff, ideally more information. Okay? So, and then we'll go until it no longer makes sense to say I know. At some point, it will be impossible to say I know. Like it'll just feel wrong in a deep, deep way. So it'll be like maybe 20 lines, 10, 30, maybe exchanged lines, meaning they say a whole sentence and I say a whole sentence. So it'll take a little longer, but I want to give you an example, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll do peas in a pod, and I'll start, and then Zachary will join, and then I'll say I know, okay? So let's go ahead and begin that. So I will say, Uncle Murphy, I just wanted to say that I think that it's dumb that I have been grounded in my room.
Well, Jimmy, your room is, I know, but your room is the only place we have to ground you.
I know, but it's scary in there all alone. It's just so dark.
I know, but what if I keep you company?
Oh, I know, that would be lovely. Come on to my room.
I know. I'll bring this kerosene lamp.
Okay, so time out. I actually already felt it happen.
Okay.
When I said, oh, that would be lovely, I actually was surprised. And the moment I was surprised, I didn't really know. I was shocked. And so I would say that that was the moment.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I had that feeling of, I didn't even think of that. And this is something new in the world. And then we began doing something. Right. So we set the platform of just like who we are, and I'm locked in my room and what our relationship is. And then we went to go do something and the action begins. So let's do another one. Zachary, would you start this one with a pea in a pod character, and I'll join you. Also, before you begin, I loved that moment of I called you Uncle Murphy, but act like a kid. And Zachary was like, ah, dang it. And then like had to kind of be like a kid, but also be Uncle Murphy. It's just more interesting that way. Like, okay, I'm also a kid, but Uncle Murphy. Fun.
Ooh. Oh, is the weather balloon supposed to look like that?
Oh, I know. It's usually out like that. It usually has the dragons that are besieging it. That's usual, yeah.
I know, but they look awfully rainbow today.
I know that's true. They are more rainbow than usual. I really like the way that they're really look like they're trying to kill that air balloon today.
I know. They're just going at it. I've never seen them get inside the air vent before.
Yeah, I know. Look, we should probably go get our sunbeam lancers and go stop them.
I yeah, I don't know.
All right, here we go. I'm getting on my dragon.
I know. I'll get on mine, and and they're asleep.
The dragons are asleep?
Yep.
Okay, time out. So that was the moment, right? It was kind of routine. Even though we're doing something that sounds not routine, it is for us until you said that they're asleep. And then I reacted, right? Because that's weird. And that's the game. So just say I know. This can be procedural. Start with weird characters, say I know, until someone has a reason to be emotionally surprised. Or you can force it if you're just bored. You can always just, they can say anything and be surprised. You always can just make it happen. So, get maybe 10 lines in, 20 lines in, and then be surprised, and then switch. All right, you got this. Bring that energy up and breakout rooms. You have just 1 second to get back, and that second's over. Okay, so you have probably experienced lots of fun scenes already. Um, we're going to do this 2 more times. In the second time of the 3 that you've done, I will just give you a note that it's easy when you make everything normal to have the energy be low, but it's possible to be happy, excited, and healthy about the things that are going on, even though they're normal. So it's good to keep that energy up, even though it's every day. It's, I've got pancakes, normal, but nice, exciting, and vivacious. We don't want it, as much as possible, we want to avoid all of the negativity world just because it tends to let things sag. It works, but it's just less easy to work with than the like, haha, motivating, positive, inspired parts of life. Partially because we honestly become negative when we're scared or stuff like that is one of the reasons. So we just star them things off a little bit more on the positive train helps. So that's my challenge for this next game. See if it works. Go, 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 go. High energy, happy, blah, 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 blah. You have just a couple moments. I hope you don't get these non-songs stuck in your head. Uh, so, um, third run, here's your next challenge before we go into our breakout room is to make that surprise reaction really conscious. That should be the line where you don't say I know and try to have like really conscious awareness of like, oh, that's the surprise moment. And make it big. So if you're surprised, or you could be mad, you could be sad, you could be afraid, any of those things. Don't eat peanuts before you teach. Okay, you could be any of those emotions and choose one of them intentionally when you hit that moment. Breakout rooms. Okay, so I'm going to give you a skill set which allows you to pursue a scene from beginning to end all the way through. And if you just have this one thing, you will forever have your North Star. And that thing is your motivation. If you know what you want, then you can go there. And you seem to have a thing and you'll be interesting to watch. So, things that you could want is to make someone else feel terrible. Another thing you could want is like, sure, like I want to be a captain, but that's like so far in the future, right? Like if you want to be a captain, you better be in an environment where like you could get promoted, right? So like to get promoted might be one. And often what you want should be something that the other person has or can give to you. So like to make them love me, to make them give me a promotion, to make them something, because this relationship should be what matters, because that's what we care about. Sure, I could want to kill the dragon, but it's more important for me to kill the dragon to acquire the love of someone else. Okay? So those would be my goals. Because if I'm just going to kill the dragon, like, why do I have this ally here, right? Like, it's about the friendship. So here's this game, okay? This is called Get Yours, but independent. And the way it works is we will just declare a motive, just like I will get you to love me. And then, Zachary, what's your motive?
Uh, I want a cheesecake.
Okay. Okay, so presumably I have it.
Yes.
Okay. So then we'll just start the scene and pursue our motives. And if whatever you're doing is not working, we will switch tactics. So, hey Graham, good to see you, buddy.
Hey. Yeah, like I saw you got a new kitchen. That's
Yeah,
exciting.
it's all installed. I've been baking. I've really gotten the place set up.
Yeah.
You should come over for dinner sometime.
Yeah, I'd love to. Can I bring anything? What do you need?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to come by, just bring maybe a wine and
Okay, I'll bring a good one. Oh, hey, uh, you know what goes great with wine?
hmm.
Uh, like cake. What do you?
Oh
I
yeah, I make lots of cakes for sure. Um, yeah, do you have a favorite cake? I love like yeah, any kind of wine is good. What kind of cake do you like? I got a new kitchen.
like chocolate cakes are good. Cheesecakes. Uh, I don't know what other cakes are.
Okay, do you want which I can make a chocolate cake?
Uh, yeah, sure, that'll be great. Uh,
Okay. Well then I will see you tomorrow night and bring wine and I'll make a chocolate cake for you.
all right, terrific,
All right, have a good one. See
great.
you tomorrow. So yeah, the agony. The audience could see how much you wanted the other thing. So you just pursue your motivation and you either get it or you don't. And that's it. That's the whole game. So let's do one more. Zachary, you declare one and I'll declare one as well. And if you like, it's easier to have a list. I know it's hard to come up with them, but like, I'll just give you examples to get them to love you, to get them to leave wherever you are, to get the keys from them, to get them to come to the party or event that you want them to. To get them to give you armor or something that you would otherwise need. Get them to respect you, to get them to join your club, right? Like
Sure.
any of those kinds of things.
Yeah. I'll try to get you to. Yeah, let's go. Let's go abstract. I'll get you to respect me.
Okay. I'm going to also I'm going to get you to respect me because I don't know what will happen.
Okay. I guess peace in a pod. Does that start the?
Yeah, we can peas in a pod.
Uh. Uh, have you seen how much weight I can lift now that I'm on the keto diet?
Oh, that's so much weight. You really can lift a lot of weight. I'm really glad you showed me that keto diet. I have to admit, I feel like it's been working for me too.
Oh, really? Really? I had a lot of trouble with the not eating bread.
Oh yeah, bread is. I mean, we love bread. You want bread, but you just I just have to like turn my head away.
Oh man, yeah, that's the real strength is the inner strength.
Yeah, the inner strength. I have to be honest. I feel like I've been acquiring more of that of late.
Oh, really? What have you been doing?
I mean, just coming to the gym with you mostly.
Oh, that's so touching. Yeah, emotional vulnerabilities the
Yeah,
most.
that's the real height of the strength, vulnerability.
Yeah, I I'm just getting so choked up by how.
Me too. Me too. Uh, Thank you for working with me.
No, the honor's all mine.
So we both got what we wanted, right? And like it kind of wasn't going anywhere because we already had it, right?
Oh no.
If you no, that's good. That's fine. If you run into that and you want more, pick something else to want.
Hmm.
So if you already are at your North Star, you're like, well, I have everything I want. Because sometimes you're like, I'd like a cheesecake, please. And you're like, here you go. What else can I get for you? And then it's like, uh-oh, that was it. So then you pick something else. So that's like the secret if you just happen to get what you want already. But that was just a fun scene, so I don't mind it. We could get more respect, right? Or like it felt too mutual. Like maybe I should want you to like think I was better. Maybe I'd start to push down. I don't know. Yeah, that would be heart wrenching. But anyway, so go ahead, breakout rooms, and get yours. All right, come, my boyfriend's back, and I already sang the song. Okay, so you are back, and now, my for take two of this game of getting yours, my advice is to want what you want harder, and then try to hide it. Want what you want and try to hide it. If you really want it, like Zachary did a great job of like really wanting the cheesecake, and then being like, "Oh, it could be anything." It's just like so wrenching, which is what humans are like and lovely to see. So just do what Zachary did and want it and hide it, and like, oh, please. That's my advice. Ready, set, breakout rooms. Bong. Okay, come on back. Roar. Whoo. Yeah. What is it good for? Switching tactics. Okay, so my advice for you is two things. One, if you were still struggling with that in pieces, switch tactics as much as possible. If something isn't working, do it less. If it is working, do it more. The second thing for the switcheroo, the mix it up, assign the other person what they want from you. Just for fun. Breakout rooms. Okay, so if you did those last scenes got to a point where you were like, wow, I really want this to be over now, you need that skill. So let's work on that skill specifically now. So the way we do this is called land the plane, and we'll just do a 3-line scene somewhere as if everything has already happened. Like we've already gone to the top of Mordor and back, and all we're doing now is ending the scene in 3 lines. And that's it. That's all we're doing. So I'll start a scene. I'll do 1 line. Zachary will do 1 line, and I'll do 1 line, and then we're done. And then we do a whole new game where Zachary starts. Okay, so I'll start and I'll say, "He's dead, Jem.
He'll never threaten anyone again.
Let's get macchiatos." And that's it. And then Zachary starts one.
We got to championships.
And I got a girlfriend.
Memories forever.
Memories forever. And that's it. So you just get the feeling of having ended it. And that we will just do those for 3 minutes each. And we'll just get some experience landing the plane. Great. Breakout rooms, go. Boom! Okay, scene enders, come on back. Baby, do the locomotion with me. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. That one was applicative. Okay, so you've done 1 round of scene endings. What am I calling? 3-line scene endings. That's the name of that game. I just decided. And Now, my advice for you is if you're not sure how to do this, if you're having a little bit of trouble finding different ones, like you're like, wow, I'm running out of stuff, think of movies you've seen. How does a love movie end? It's like da na da na 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 na, or like detective movies. That was the one you saw, or like an alien movie, which is like sometimes just like you think they're still up there, you know. Just go through all of the movies you've ever seen, Disney movies, comedies, everything you can think of, um, are really great ways to know how to end any kind of scene. Breakout rooms, more reps, and raise energy. Bong. Uh, A's jamming, jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Okay. So once again, I'm sure you guys are still thanking your partners and being benevolent. Now that you're back, um, the last challenge I'll give you now, this is like, I don't know, like a level 3 game to me where like, it's not a level 10 monster, it's like a level 3. So we're ready to give ourselves some challenge. My challenge is to make this weirder and make it make less sense. Assume more has happened. You get all the painting canvas and hindsight you want. So it doesn't have to make sense. I can just be like, yep, good thing I've got this monkey. It's just like, yep, we never explain it. You know what it was about, and that's all. So my challenge for you is try to make it make less sense and just assume that we all know what that was about. Ready, set, breakout rooms. Come on back. Woo, do, 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 do. This is my least favorite made up song. Okay, so what all did we do today? Let me check the list. Oh man, we did so many things. So we did full review of everything we did on day one. Then we built platform using I Know. So we built that first scene. Day one, we just learned how to get off the ramp and all those skill sets. Day two, we figured out how to get that plane up and getting enough momentum to take flight. Number three, we did Get Yours, which is when you pursue a motivation. So after you're off the ramp, how do you fly and navigate? So that is Getting Yours. And then we did 3-line scene endings to actually land the plane, right? So we did all of those pieces. And we haven't stitched them together yet, but hopefully you can start to see that we've got all of the pieces and we could put them all together next time. 2 more things, 3 more things. Next, I should remind you that you do have a show coming up in 5 weeks. 5 weeks.
This is week 2.
4 weeks. 4 weeks. In 4 weeks. So now's a good time to mention to friends and be like, I'm doing a show. I don't know if it's gonna be ready in time, but I hope it is. It seems fun so far. And probably they'll be like, oh, you should let me know. Oh, because they want to see you suffer, but then you're gonna do great and you're gonna blow their minds. So this is a good time to give out that hint. Second thing is we do have games available that will rehearse a lot of these pieces that have just appeared as available. They're on a 7-day drip. So those are available if you log into Improv Cloud and go to your membership area. You'll be able to see those games. And the third thing is, this is another great time to mingle, keep chatting, make friends, have the friends persist. Building relationship is some of the most important thing you can do with a troupe, because somehow knowing more about the person just allows you to act with confidence when you're with them and when you play with them. So honestly, many, many, many times I have worked with groups and regretted more than anything not socializing with them. It's just so important. I can name so many times when I was in the Loose Moose Theater in Canada doing working with Keith Johnstone and not going out and hanging out with the other people afterwards because I was busy taking notes on the class. And that was a mistake. I should have just gone and partied with the improvisers, and it would have made my life better. I would have had worldwide connections more, and just things would have been lovely. So that was my big takeaway. And I think I would have played better with them too. So there's my long spiel about the importance of persisting and mingling. Also of note, the classes that you can take that are just the full day 1 class and day 2 class, you could just take with another person again. So you could just say hey, you want to re-jam day 1 because that day was hard. Or day 2 because that day was hard. So those are there available for you now, so you can rehearse. Let's do it.